Everyone talks about how beautiful Gulf Breeze is, the beaches, the schools, the peaceful vibe. But there are some things that nobody tells you until you actually live here. And if you're thinking about moving here, then you might want to hear this first. Some of these things can make you either fall in love or some might make you think twice. Hey, my name is Jordan Jones. I'm a local realtor right here in the Florida Panhandle, and I help people just like you figure out where they actually want to live, not just what looks good on Zillow. So today, I'm going to break down the things that nobody tells you about living here in Gulf Breeze, the real everyday stuff that can either make or break your experience here. Without further ado, let's get into it. The bridge. The bridge is a bigger deal than you think, and everyone hears about it, and you don't really understand it until you get here. If you work in Pensacola, or you go to events, or you just want more options for shopping and dining, you're going to be crossing that bridge. And during peak times, it can absolutely back up. Tourist season, Blue Angels, practice, beach traffic, it all adds up really fast. And if you work from home or you mostly stay on the breeze side of things, it's not that big of a deal. But if your daily routine does involve crossing the bridge, it can become a big part of your lifestyle. Number 2, it's really, really peaceful here. And that's something that's either a huge win or a huge deal breaker. Gulf Breeze isn't just like a suburban quiet, it's like pretty calm, as you can see right here behind me. There's not a ton of nightlife, not a ton of chaos, not a ton of variety and things to do late at night. And honestly, a lot of people do move here for that reason. But if you're someone who wants constant energy, events, or a big city feel, you may find yourself heading north into Pensacola a little bit more often than you expected. Number 3 is that the schools are a major draw. But that does come with pressure. So you'll hear over and over again the schools are great, and that's true. And that reputation brings a lot of families, like a lot of families, which means certain neighborhoods are highly competitive and home prices do reflect that. So while you're getting access to strong schools, you're also stepping into a market where demand stays pretty high. Translation, homes don't sit long, and you do need to be ready when the right one pops up. Number 4, cost of beach living isn't cheap beach living. This one surprises a lot of people. Gulf Breeze is not the affordable hidden gem that some people might expect it to be. Between home prices, insurance, and proximity to the water, your monthly costs can climb pretty quickly, especially when you begin to factor in the flood insurance in certain zones and the wind insurance and the HOA fees. But I will say, this area is going to be a lot more affordable than where other people are coming from if you're coming from places like Southern Florida or maybe California or New York. All right, the wind and the weather hits different. Living near the water is beautiful, but it can come with trade-offs. Wind is a constant here. Not always extreme, but consistent. You'll hear locals talk about storm prep like it's second nature, because it kind of is. This doesn't mean that it's unsafe. It just means that you'll need to be aware and you'll need to be prepared. Number 6, the beach access is incredible but busy. So you're just minutes from some of the most beautiful beaches in the country. And that part is not exaggerated. It's stunning. But what some people don't tell you is how busy it can get. During peak season, parking can fill up very fast. Traffic slows way down and your quick beach trip turns into more of like a planned outing. Locals learn the rhythm, so you want to go early mornings, weekdays, off season, and once you figure that out, it kind of becomes like one of the bigger perks of living here. Number 7, it has a strong community feel, and this is honestly one of the best parts and something that you don't always see coming. Gulf Breeze is a pretty tight-knit, small-town vibe. People know each other, neighbors talk, kids grow up together, and that sense of community is a huge reason that people stay long term. But it also means that it can feel a little bit like everybody knows everybody. And for some, that's comforting, but for others, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I personally love it. Limited shopping and dining options. So you've got your essentials covered, grocery stores, handful of restaurants, the basics. But if you're looking for variety, then you're probably going to head over the bridge. Pensacola is where you find a lot more options for things like dining and shopping and entertainment. But again, it's not a deal breaker, it's just part of the lifestyle here. Quick pause. If this is helping you get a real feel for Gulf Breeze, and hit that like button or save this for later, because this is the kind of stuff that people wish they knew before they moved. Okay, let's keep going. Number 9, it's a slower pace of life. Things move a little bit slower here. Not in a frustrating way, just like a different rhythm. People aren't in a rush all the time, and there's less hustle and more breathing room. And if you're coming from a fast-paced city, you'll probably notice it immediately. Most people grow to love it, but it can take an adjustment. I'm looking at you, Yankees, like me. Number 10, it's a long term kind of place. This isn't typically a move here for a year and bounce kind of town. People who move to Gulf Breeze tend to stay and they build routines, they get connected, they settle in, and that stability is a big plus, especially for families. But it also inventory can feel pretty tight because people aren't constantly moving out. Here's my favorite reason for living here: military influence is strong. Being close to bases like NAS Pensacola and Eglin, you'll feel a strong, steady presence of military families. And that brings a really cool dynamic. People from all over, a strong sense of community, and a shared understanding of relocation. It also means that the housing market has some really unique patterns, especially during PCS season. So if you're military, this area can feel like a pretty natural fit. Number 12, you really need to pick the right neighborhood. Not all parts of Gulf Breeze feel the same. Some areas are more central and convenient, and some are more like tucked away and quiet. Some have higher elevation, others are in flood zones, and this is where having somebody guide you really matters, because the difference between loving where you live and feeling frustrated often comes down to choosing the right spot from the get-go. So, what does all of this mean? Gulf Breeze is an incredible place to live, but it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's peaceful, it's beautiful, it's community driven, but it also comes with trade-offs that you want to understand up front. If you're thinking about moving or making a move here, or even just considering your options along the Gulf Coast, then reach out to me. I'll give you the honest breakdown, I'll help you compare the areas, and I'll make sure that you land somewhere that actually fits your lifestyle, not just what looks good on a map. Feel free to call or text me anytime at 850-361-8170, or check out panhandlemove.com. And if you want more videos like this, then go ahead and follow along, because I break down everything you need to know about living in this beautiful area. Thanks, you guys. Bye.